Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Here on this channel we talk about everything to do with the African diaspora, politics, music, life, love and everything in between. So if you're interested in those topics, then like, share and subscribe. And remember to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I have another video. Right, so recently I did a video about Omoyele Sowore.
In my lifetime, Nigeria achieves its potential.
I wasn't in Nigeria, I'm really just paying attention to the campaign and each step, the progress that he was making, his debates, and I was really impressed with that. And so I followed Sowore's campaign online and also, watched his interviews. I really studied his interviews, what he was saying. So I was really impressed with the work that he was doing and, his intention for the country.
Since independence, this country has been governed by leaders who do not understand the country Nigeria, who do not understand its people, and apparently has not had interest of the people at heart. And I have been through 7 presidents in my lifetime since 1989 when I entered the University of Lagos, and have seen how the last president was better than the next one up until today, because there is standards for running a government has been completely absent. And where we are today is that Nigeria has been left broke, with huge unemployment numbers, with children out of school, becoming a country where you're likely to die before you reach the age of 5, and recently became the country which is the poverty capital of the world.
Anyway, fast forward after that, and most of you know that, or some of you may know, he was arrested after calling for a Revolution Now protest, and he was charged with a lot of sort of trumped up charges and treason and all sorts of things. Which they reduced, but one charge that so the charges were reduced and he was granted bail, but part of his bail conditions was that he wasn't allowed to leave Abuja, his passport was taken, and really in a way for me that's something that I feel has had a great impact on him. Because previously, when Sowore was able to travel to and from Nigeria, he was full of beans, full of energy, and, he was looking like, a man with a plan.
Sir, it's great to see you. This is the minister of an outgoing regime. The Buhari regime will be kicked out of power come 2019.
By your wish or by God's will?
By the wish of the people of Nigeria. You are going to be shocked.
You are not God.
You are going to be shocked 2019. No, sir.
You are a daydreamer.
The Nigeria of the future is for dreamers like me. Yes. It's going to be for dreamers like me. No, you see, that is part of the cockiness and arrogance of power we are talking about.
And start from being a councillor.
No.
Sir, I've been a member of the House of Assembly once.
Before you became minister, were you a councillor?
I was a commissioner to
No, sir. Before you became a minister, were you a councillor?
And since being stuck in Abuja, increasingly, in his interviews, he started to look quite down, a little bit depressed, and he seemed to have lost a lot of the spark that, he had initially.
Helped since I was released, but she called. Yesterday she turned 70, but unfortunately I couldn't be with her. I was thinking I could do something a little, tangible for her. Just to be my mom, a full-time job.
Fast forward to today, and I hear the news that Omoyele has been shot in the thigh. Now, fortunately, the injury that he sustained doesn't appear to be life-threatening or, as bad as it could have been. But nevertheless, it's still an injury and it's still a very dangerous situation and a thing to a sad thing to happen to him.
Sowore was shot. That woman she's the ACP. She's the ACP. This is very well. Same woman who has always. This is what Nigeria has turned to. Take me to the hospital, man. I've just been shot by police officers. Yeah.
But here's the thing, I really do, I implore that, even if his lawyer can look about going back to court to, readdress his bail conditions to enable him to get his passport to travel out, I personally think that would be the best thing for him, to get out of Nigeria and go back to America so that he can, have a breather, rethink his strategy going forward, and just plan and just take care of his mental well-being. Because here's the thing, guys, when you're in a toxic environment, after a while it can have a really serious effect and impact on you. When a lot of people have mentioned the fact that 70% of people in Nigeria have an undisclosed mental illness, and this isn't to put anybody down, there's no stigma attached to that, but if you think about PTSD, which comes under mental illness, I mean, Lord knows we all have some form of PTSD, but if you're witnessing, terrible things happening to people, even if you're hearing about it, or if it's happened to you, that is going to affect your mental well-being, and the chances of you having PTSD are very high. The impact of that and how it manifests can vary from person to person. Some people put themselves in, dicey situations. Some people become reckless. Some people stop taking care of themselves. It can vary, and I'm not suggesting that Sowore is reckless or isn't taking care of himself, but I would suggest that he does need to, remove himself from the toxic environment and go back to a place, with his family where he can think and really take care and nurture himself and his well-being.
Let me thank everyone for inviting me. I want to thank the organizers, the moderators, and those who are in attendance, and thank all our people there in Brazil. We are talking at a time of uncertainty for the country known as Nigeria. And I'm sure, just like most of us, you hear all the news every day about how fast the country is going down. And it's difficult at this point to even question or blame anyone for taking a position on Nigeria. When I say that, I mean those who might think that Nigeria should cease to exist. And for those of us who have traveled extensively outside of Nigeria, we understand the power of strength of a nation as big as Nigeria. On a personal level, and because of personal experiences I've had, I do not think that breaking up Nigeria will solve Nigeria's problem, or that it will solve the problem of humanity here in the place known as Nigeria. And as a result, and because of my Pan-African credentials, I have mostly supported a Nigeria that could play a major role on the continent of Africa, and a Nigeria that could help us leap into a united Africa.
Sometimes the people around us, they want us to continue along a certain path because, one, it's entertaining, and two, they're getting something out of it. Now, I would hate for that to be the case with Sowore. I just think that if the people around him, genuinely care and understand his situation, they should really encourage him to try his best to return to America for a while and just take it easy, because in the interview that he had fairly recently, he made a point of saying that he can leave Nigeria if he wants to. And I said in my previous video, well, if you can, why don't you do that? Like, you've got family, you've got a wife, you've got children, why are you still there? Like, Nigeria hasn't exactly been treating you very well at the moment, and it'll be good for him to just get out and clear his mind. So today, to hear that he's actually, he was injured in that way is a sad state of affairs. And I hope that he's able to kind of take a moment to himself and realize that maybe the best thing to do right now is to take a plane, get a plane ticket and get out and come back when you're a bit more refreshed and you can think clearly and evaluate things for what they are, you know. So Sowore is a hero to many people and always will be. But, you know, sometimes even heroes need to take a break, right? And maybe it's time for Sowore to do that. That's just what I think. Let me know what you think. Peace.
And it's time to find out why he is running for the presidency of Nigeria.
Thank you for bringing me once again, and good evening to Nigerians. I am running to become the president of Nigeria in 2019 because for 58 years since independence, this country has been governed by leaders who do not understand the country Nigeria, who do not understand its people, and apparently has not had interest of the people at heart. And I have been through 7 presidents in my lifetime since 1989 when I entered the University of Lagos, and have seen how the last president was better than the next one up until today, because there is standards for running a government has been completely absent. And where we are today is that Nigeria has been left broke, with huge unemployment numbers, with children out of school, becoming a country where you're likely to die before you reach the age of 5, and recently became the country which is the poverty capital of the world. And people like me who have always stood on the side thinking that we can help them shake the trees when the fruits are ripe, would have a different country if we don't step into the ring. I've suddenly realized that we are deceiving ourselves. I'm 47 years old. The people who fought for independence in Nigeria started doing it in their 20s.